So probably the most important thing you want to check in a drill press is the amount of runout in the chuck and bearings and everything like that. And really, runout is the amount of wobble as the drill bit is spinning. It's how much movement you're getting at the tip of the drill bit, assuming the drill bit is perfectly straight. Any variation in the position of the tip is due to runout in the chuck. If you have a lot of runout, when you turn on the drill press, you'll actually be able to see movement in the tip. I've got a brad point bit here. You'll see movement. In my case, I don't see any movement, but I'd still like to measure the runout. I'm going to use my one-way multi-gauge here to measure the runout, but you could also use a dial indicator just mounted in a block of wood like this, or you could use a magnetic base and somehow attach that to your table. Anything that holds the dial indicator still will work just fine. You're also going to need some form of a straight shaft that you can indicate off. And this is a transfer punch. I know this is straight and true, so I'm going to use that. But if you don't have something like that, chances are you've got a router bit. And this is just a 1/2-inch shank router bit. I can put that in the chuck. I know this is machined nice and true, and you can leave a little bit of the shank exposed before you get to the cutter part, and you can indicate off of that, and that will work just as well as this transfer punch. I've got the rod in the chuck. I've got the dial indicator against the rod. I've adjusted it so it's at 20. It doesn't really matter what the number is, you just want to observe that. And I can then turn the chuck. I could turn it, well, I'm a little out of camera there, but I could turn it from the chuck itself, but I prefer to turn it up above at the pulley. And you'll see as I turn it, we'll be able to see how much runout I've got. And there you can see it looks like I'm going from 20 to 22. So I've got 2 thou of runout, which is a little more than I expected at the chuck. So I'm going to clean the jaws of the chuck and try that again and see what happens. So I'm just using a Q-tip to clean the jaws if there's any debris in there. It's amazing how that can make a difference in the amount of runout that you get. So this is something I do pretty regularly when I'm trying to do precision drilling. All right, I've reinserted this shaft. I've got my indicator at 25 thou. It doesn't really matter, as I said, where it is. And remember, I've just cleaned out the jaws here, and you'll be able to see I'm rotating the chuck, and you can see that little bit of debris that I got out, I'm now probably less than 1 thou of runout at the chuck. So that's pretty good. Anything 1 thou, even 2 thou would be fine, but the closer you are to 0, the better. So if you're having some runout and you haven't cleaned the jaws of your chuck, take a look at that. The other thing I'll mention is that I replaced this chuck from the original one that I got with this drill press. And the original one, I was getting, I think, 20 thou of runout. It was just terrible. So the chuck itself was old and worn, and this new keyless chuck is a great improvement, as you can see here with the runout, as well as the simplicity of not having to use a key to tighten and loosen the bits.